Yo, hey, what's up, Chad? Hey, tractors and cameras. I've never seen you before. What's up, Wayne R? What's up? Yo, what's going on? Hey, Evan. Oh, yo, what's going on, guys? Fucking. Oh yeah, just having a Mountain Dew, relaxing. I watched the Western Star this morning. It's probably been a month since it's been washed. It's pretty fucking bad. So I watched that this morning. And what else did I do? Oh, wash the Street Beast. Ooh, Midwest Cat. Did you get the load off? Yeah, time for a motor swap. Yeah. Hey, did you get the load off? Or did you figure out? Yeah, there you go. Did you just tow it around the plant? That's what I had to do when the Western Star blew up. I just put it in gear, towed it around the plant, ran the PTO. The motor was already fucked, so it's not like you're gonna do anything with it. Hey, you got a repair job at a truck shop today? Congratulations. Hey, what's up, Steve? Yeah, I've been live a couple times. What's up, Marco? Hey, I had fun in MD Lee's live stream last night, Marco, making fun of everybody. That's MD Lee's live stream's fun. You can say whatever you want. Enzo is doing good. This week he got this. It's a viral infection. You really can't do anything about it. It's called hand, foot, and mouth. It's like a kid's virus, and so he just would run a fever in the morning. You give him some Tylenol. By the end of the day, he'd get fine. You just have to let it go. It's pretty contagious because the blisters, the other kids could get it. So that means tomorrow, instead of going to a birthday party, I can work. So all that stuff. I just got off the phone with Bob from Chemical X. I'm trying to dial in my new system from them. So just, that dude's a wealth of knowledge over there at Chemical X. He's pretty cool. So we just been working on, how to get the thing to foam a little bit better. Oh, yeah. Business has been all right. Business would be a lot better if this rain would go away. Like I explained in that update video, it's like we have one good week, two shitty weeks, one good week, two shitty weeks. I have a feeling things are, things are gonna fucking take off here. Yeah, dude, it's raining. It's fucking sucks. I hate it. I don't know when the Junkie Exposed video is probably coming out. Probably never, because I beat him to the punch. You know what I'm saying? I beat him to the punch. So they have nothing. They have no legs to stand on. That's what you do when somebody starts running their mouth. You just cut their legs out from underneath them, and they can't do it. They can't do anything. I'm sure they got other things to do, like try to figure out how to pay their bills, or get drugs, So when they're concentrating on that, they don't really have a lot of time to concentrate on what you got going on. Oh, you mailed me a screwdriver this weekend? Cool. I always like fan mail. But that's how business is going. I'm hoping after next week, we can still salvage the month. We'll be doing all right. Yes, I'm excited about the M12 Milwaukee Stubbies. I've actually been holding off on the Patreon account because I want to give like 3 or 4 of those things away. So that's what I've been doing. What's up, Knox? Midwest Cat. To be honest with you, I can tell a difference in grease. The 238 Uh, if Jay, there's a guy named J-Bo that I recommended that stuff to. And yeah, Knox, I know I'm all about stubby things. Just remember, average size penis, oversized wallet, Knox. Really all you need to say. And a big, beautiful face. But anyway, the grease system, the 238 Formula number 2, is by far the best grease I've ever used. I've experimented with a lot of stuff. I even experimented with this really high dollar Mobil 1 aircraft stuff at one point, but no, it's not tiny. It's average, Okay, it's a stock white boy edition. You know what I'm saying, Knox? But oversized wallet that compensates. That takes trump card over huge penis. No, my wife. But anyway, I have had good success with the Formula number 2 grease. It lasts about a month in my truck, and I'm running them 100 hours a piece. And, it lasts a month. You get 400 hours out of it, easy, if you put it in there good. Nope, I haven't bought any new tools lately. I haven't been spending a whole lot of money. I'm trying to eliminate the bleeding, so I'm just not buying a lot of stuff. Yeah, if you have one truck, man, it's going to eliminate your grease time. That's the most important thing. It might take, one or two greases to get it on that Schaefer cycle, but you're going to find out, you can keep extending how long you put grease in it. How long is it going to take me to pay off my trucks? They're on a 5-year loan, so we got 5 years. Hopefully I can get them paid off before that. There is kind of some things that are in limbo right now. I just have to be patient, and we are going to be just fine once I get some clarification on this other thing. Hey, Pennant 333. Oh, Marco, you've picked up the tool buying stuff. There's just not a lot of stuff that I need. I need more. I need more specialty tools than I do hand tools right now. The long 14.4 ratchet, I like it. I'm gonna say it's not the most powerful thing in the world. All right, but it gets in the spots better, I feel. Yes, I've pre-ordered the new Milwaukee drill, 3 batteries, the rivet gun, something else. I think I got something else pre-ordered too. And then once the pre-order for the stubby impacts, we're gonna get some of those. When am I getting the other trucks? I'm hoping by August 15th. They're probably, realistically, this is what the bodybuilder told me, and this guy's got a pretty good gauge. The trucks were scheduled for July 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and then 6th. Realistically, he said the trucks aren't going to go down the line till July 9th. So it'll be this coming week. They'll probably go down the line. It takes 2 weeks to get them out of Peterbilt, a day or two to get them up to them, and then they fall in line wherever they are up there. So it could be before that. I really don't know, but that's the realistic timeline. I have to have an answer on if I'm going to take them in probably 10 or 15 days. I buy my Mountain Dew at Sam's. That's where I've been buying it. Hold on. Okay. The New Air shop fan just blew up. I would say the bearings are officially cooked in that thing. It's been running for 10 weeks without turning off. So, no good. It just burned up. I have to let that thing calm down. Yeah, I think it just smoked the bearings in it. It was making some serious noise. That's why I was like, the fuck? What's up, Evans? Hey, Fuzzy. What's going on? Yes, I've ordered stuff from KB Tools. Yes, I have. Yeah, it was definitely a piece of shit. It burnt that thing up. Was I planning for the fan to blow up? No. I just saw that. I was like, what the fuck? Nope. I'm gonna get a lathe. Just you know, I haven't been looking for one. I don't have the money to buy a lathe yet, but once I do, I will. No, I don't have a bearing pooler and installer in my toolbox, Knox. Yes, that's one more thing I gotta add to the list. I've never bought the KB house brand stuff, but I'm sure it's pretty good. The gear wrench ratchets, I've never used them, so I have no opinion. Do we get a new fan review? Yeah, once I buy one, I'll get it. I'll get one. You know, Andy D, the new trucks are doing good. I really haven't had any complaints. You know what I'm saying? They go up and down the road. They haul asphalt very easy. No big deal. Jacob, the biggest struggle when I had starting my business, to be honest with you, was finding enough capital to get started. That was the biggest struggle. I didn't struggle too much on getting work. I've always been pretty good at that. The biggest thing was figuring out how to get all the capital and figure out how to get all your DOT numbers and make everything 100% completely legal. That was about the hardest two things that I encountered. But other than that, it's kind of a learn as you go system. That's really, how to, the biggest problems that I have. I've used some Stemco stuff in my fleet, but I don't have like everything Stemco. I've used one before, but it's alrighty. I don't know when the haters are checking in. I got most of them blocked, so we'll be good. That would be pretty good. A swamp thing. Yeah, I remember that Toolbox Tour channel. I don't know whatever happened to that guy. He got, you know, once I called him out for his bullshit, he pretty much disappeared. I think his channel got shut down from so many copyright strikes. You're gonna have to wait and see what the next color of the trucks are gonna be. They're all the same. So you'll just have to wait and see like everybody else. I've said it before, but I'm not going to say it now. Yeah, I've put the Schaefer stuff. I run the Schaefer's oil in my in the Street Beast. That's what I run as my diesel oil, and I also run the Schaefer's oil product in my wife's whatever, her car or SUV or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I think we have an Acadia Denali is what we got. I think. Yeah, we got an Acadia Denali for her. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, the Mountain Dew and cigarettes, very important. You got to have both those. Both that stuff. Yeah, the Enzo Shaggin' Wagon, you know. I used Riker GMC up in Dayton, but I will not be going back up there. I don't take it up there for service. I use, no, I didn't watch the Formula One qualifying. Haven't had time. I've been down here working, you know. Where's Diesel Yoda? He's over working at his shop. I just have nothing for him to fix, you know. Knock on wood, you know. We have nothing to fix, so seems to be all right. Nothing going on right now. Just talking to you guys on live stream. No, I'm not going to paint the wheels black on the new trucks. Marco, great comment. Yep, hopefully nothing to fix for a long period of time. I think we got all the junk pretty much primed and ready. You know, if you can keep the drivers from tearing it up, but you know, these new trucks are pretty bulletproof. We haven't had many like things falling off of it or anything like that. It's not too bad. No, I'm not getting a Snap-on Pro Link. It doesn't work good on Cummins stuff. How's the AC holding up the new trucks? The AC works great. You know, you got to put it on recirculate though to get it when it's really hot. No, I don't use hearing protection really ever. Fuzzy, the live stream tonight for J Mall's, for Bobby Salvadros J Mall thing is 7 Central Time. So that's 8 o'clock Eastern, Fuzzy. 8 o'clock Eastern. And if you win it, what time are you going to bang a dude with your ratchet? What time is that? Is that 8:30 if it gets over that fast? I have a feeling the way that Bobby's going to do it, it's going to take a little bit of time. You know, it's not going to be really fast. Oh, got a kink in my neck. No, I don't know what recirculate does. It just makes it cool. I think it takes the cool air that's in the cab and recirculates that instead of bringing hot air out. From the outside, I'm guessing. Yeah, you gotta hit that recirculate button, and that shit will get icy cold in there. Yeah, that is true, you know. There you go, Fuzzy. You'll be on Craigslist before the stream ends, banging dudes. Awesome. Awesome. Totally awesome. What job do I hate doing that you have to do on my trucks? I hate greasing the things. You just get all dirty. You're rolling around on the floor. It's a fuck pain in the ass. That's not too bad. I like washing them. I like them, keep them, look them clean. You know, I like stuff to look pretty nice. Uh, Other than that, it's just greasing and fixing electrical issues like lights that don't work, or the backup beeper doesn't work, or the fucking this doesn't work. That's getting old. Marco, I'm not playing in the raffle, but my Patreon account is playing in the raffle. I do need a guy that does PMs. I need a PM guy. Yeah, the central, but it adds weight to the truck. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not donating. Yeah, yeah, my Patreon account is playing. So whatever I win on there is going to go to the Patreons. That's what I told Bobby because he called and asked me about it, and I said, yeah. Well, I said, well, I don't want to win anything, but if I do anything, I'll give it for my Patreons, and they're playing in the raffle. So we'll see if we win anything. Using ThreadLocker, you can use ThreadLocker really anytime. It's just which grade do you want to do. Uh, like on internal engine components, man, you could depends what it is. It depends the situation as when you use ThreadLocker. Yeah, Knox. Yeah, that's so. If I win anything, you know that the Patreons will get that raffled off within as soon as I get it. And Bobby Salvadras is really good at mailing stuff out, so it'll be pretty quick. I'm hoping. Yeah, business has been okay. Yeah, but the ThreadLocker thing is kind of just like, it. I don't use ThreadLocker all the time, you know. No, I don't miss working on the dragsters. It's fucking hot out there, you know. You end up doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, it's okay. I miss it sometimes, but the more you get away from it, you know, the less you really want to do it. Yeah, this is weird. I can't put weird stuff in the chat like I did last night on MD Lee's live stream. You know, talking about that I just accepted a new job at Flying R Logistics. Great company. They're all really loud. You know, I wouldn't say that there's one track that's louder than the other. They're all loud. What is Flying R? It's a new company. I'm sure you'll be seeing it across the YouTube channels here shortly. It's a new company. It's an old company that turned into a new company. It's quite interesting how this works. You got to spend money on new shirts and things like that because you changed it. Oh, oh man. Knox, you want the Cornwell wrenches? I didn't. They didn't show a picture of all this stuff. I heard the Cornwell wrenches last night are only, you know, 3/4 Kinsey. You know, some of them have been used. You know, I'm looking for that full Kinsey. You know, where it's not even been breathed on. There you go, Jeff. You're close. The Mountain Dew that I buy is I think it's like $15, almost $16. You know, yeah, yeah, but you're still in business today. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Yoda Doug, I saw you. You had your dog out there in a swimming pool. I saw that video. I didn't watch it. I just saw the thumbnail. No, if you're on the fuzzy scale, you know fuzzy stuff is used hard. You know what I'm saying? Used. You know that's been it's definitely not full Kinsey. Um, I guess I could have went down to Texas and watched them go down the line. I just didn't. You know, they never offered that to me. Maybe if I buy some more, they'll eventually offer that. Yeah, Kinsey is a guy on YouTube. He has a whole bunch of stuff, but he never uses it. So we came up with a grading system that you can talk about, you know, like freshly out of the box. That's a full Kinsey. All right. Then there's like a half Kinsey where it's been used, but, you know, it's not fucked up, you know. Yeah. Yeah, you built it, you destroyed. You got it. Yeah, I would say that fuzzy stuff has maybe been in his butt. I don't know, but it's just something you don't. You probably need to touch it with gloves. You know, maybe two pair, and you know you need to maybe wear a condom. Yeah, Kinsey stuff is like fully in great condition. Like it's, you know, maybe still in the package. Okay, maybe maybe you know nobody even touched it. It came off the line and was hermetically sealed. You know, vacuum packed and is in pristine condition. Never, not a scratch, not a flaw in the shit. But when you're talking about like fuzzy tool level, you don't want to. You want to be careful with that stuff. Museum, museum quality. Yeah, like I've heard that like the Smithsonian has, uh, like a Kinsey level on when they bring stuff in. Like this is pristine here. This is a Kinsey. Yes, Marco, you want to use gloves when you're touching Fuzzy's wrenches. You don't want to bareback that. You know what I'm saying? You don't. This is not a pull and pray method. Yeah. What's up, Lucas? Yeah, I've never used Sonic brand, but a lot of people have used it. I've never used it, so I couldn't tell you if it's decent or not. I haven't used it. Yeah, it is pretty hard to pick up on the slow hints on the stuff. You have to be around. You have to be around a little bit to pick up on who we're making fun of. You know what you really don't want to do is give Kinsey your telephone number, okay? Because you're gonna get some text messages that you don't want to see. All right, you're gonna be like, "What in the fuck is this?" The brake clean video went pretty good. I think we have not like a clear winner, There's a couple brake cleans that are really good. What I used is I used asphalt, like rocks and a little stuff, and then I sprayed brake cleaner in there and let it soak for 10 minutes. And then we dump the brake clean off and then see if it stripped the asphalt off the rocks. I thought that would be the best test, how to use it or how to see if it's good brake clean. But, you know, there's some shit that's better than others, and then there's some stuff that's really good that's really cheap. I was shocked. But, you know, that's the only thing I had here that I thought would be a fair test. Like, because you really just want to test the brake clean chemical, not the proponent or the propellant or anything like that. You just want to test the liquid. You know, and that's hard to do without like some big high dollar sophisticated equipment. So I thought, well, if it strips rocks off asphalt, it ought to be pretty good. You know, that means it'll cut grease pretty well. And it'll cut oil because basically asphalt is just oil, you know. I mean, if it cleans rocks, it cleans rocks. You know, it's porous. I'm thinking about releasing the brake clean video tomorrow. Yeah, I saw Joel tested the snap-on sockets. I watched it. I didn't think that those sockets were all that. I thought Joel did a pretty good job, you know, like with the torque test. That's, I mean, you're going to put it on an impact and let it eat. But it's also, if you get it ground down too far, you almost got to like round off some bolts in real world technique and then see if it does it. Because with a grinder, you can get a little aggressive. And it only takes a little bit to get it full round and then you're fucked. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we're teaching you guys stuff here in the live stream. You know, it's important to learn new vocabulary out there, you know. You know, we're really working on a grading system, you know, so when people talk about their tools in the toolbox tour, it's a language that we can all understand. You know, you either have a full Kenzie or the fuzzy, you know, and the fuzzy stuff has been rode hard and put away wet many a times. You know, maybe has some beef curtains hanging off of it. You don't know, but it's, you know, it's not really gonna, you know, it's not gonna. Then there's a grade that everybody understands. You know, I think that that's important going forward. You know, the poop knife. Okay, that was a Reddit post. Okay, and you know, somebody went to somebody's house and they had a big knife in their bathroom instead of a plunger. And that is the poop knife when you take uh, when you take you know, a huge poop and it doesn't want to flush, you have to cut it into a smaller size with your poop knife. It was a Reddit post. I don't know where you know, somebody saw that, but a guy said, you know, it took me 22 years to understand what a poop knife was. I mean, think about going to somebody's house and you know, you have a poop knife. You know, I mean, that's kind of weird. Very, very true. I understand some of you are trying to eat, you know, eat, but I'm just saying that's what it's, you know, somebody asked about the poop knife. I had to explain what that was. The blue wrenches in the chat means that they are moderators. They can throw, you know, they can throw the trolls out and block people. They can also post links into the chat. It's just guys that have been around very long that have those. Nope, I'm not having a problem with the red wrench deuce bags. Never really had a problem with them. You know, they were funny in their own right. You know, I mean, they just came out with outlandish things. You know, they just made a bunch of shit up. Oh, and no, you know, am I worried about the red wrench mafia? No. Bunch of retards. Bunch of goobers. What's up, David? A toolbox tour? Uh, I've done one for a while. Shit. Let me shut this door. Oh. Damn. There we go. One of the trucks is back. I might let that one cool off and work on that one. No, it's been a good week. We've not had a bad week. You know, we haven't made the money that we wanted to make, but we've done all right. You know? No, I'm not going to buy any shoes at Walmart. You know? Uh, they don't. They take them to the truck wash. Uh, we haven't had any rain. We've been canceled 2 nights because of rain. You know? Sucks. Yeah, Walmart shoes is definitely where it's at. What's up, Jerry? Hey, what is that, JD? What kind of what how do you pronounce your name, Airbub? Hopefully it doesn't rain next week. We can get a full weekend. Next week's I'll probably have to drive on Saturday because I'm gonna try to book 4 trucks on Saturday because we need to start working 4 trucks on Saturday every Saturday till the end of the season. Right now, that'll help make up for some of these rain days. No, I don't ever haul for Eaton Asphalt. I don't go to Kentucky much. I've hauled to Eaton Asphalt plants, but I've never worked for them directly. We don't go over there very much. No, you don't get paid more for weekends. Hey, William. Well, I'm glad you caught a live here. You know, that's pretty good. Yeah, that is true, Marco. Those truck payments don't pay, don't, they don't give a shit about rain days, you know? Yeah, the new trucks are getting built. I just don't know, I haven't got a firm date, you know. They're supposed to go down the line. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this dude's name. Jadey. Jody? The fuck? No, you don't have to yeah, hopefully the PDI is good. That's true. Uh no, you don't have to pay for the trucks till you pick them up. So like if you pick them up, it's usually about your first payment is due like 30 days after you pick it up, give or take. Sometimes it can stretch out to 45 days just depending on what the cycle is, but usually it's that. Yeah, hopefully the PDI is good where we don't have to fix. Hopefully We don't have to fix the fuel fucking level one where they put it in the wrong way. No, I'm going with a new color. It should stand out pretty good, I'm hoping. You know? Yeah, the drive shaft video, that was quite important. When I made that comment, like, least we know she's making power, you know, what are you going to do, you know? No, I should not have to replace these trucks in 5 years. I'm hoping they last 10 to 12 years, you know, I think would be a good life cycle on a truck. We'll see how it is. My number one favorite tool is I like the 14.4 3/8 snap-on impact thing. I would say I use that more than anything else. Yeah, Chuck, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they didn't go down the line last week. I hope that they went down this week, which I figured they would shut the week all the way down. That's a tentative schedule, you know? So I know that there's four being built now, and then there's one more that goes down the line sometime in the end of August. I think I want to get to 15. Yeah, there you go, Marco. You think Denton was closed all week? That's kind of my thought too. But you know, I'm assuming it's going to go down this week. Oh no, no, that was on the Western Star. That truck's got a 500,000 miles on it. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, that's probably true. 15 is just a comfortable number that I feel. Uh, you know, if we can get more trucks than 15, but to manage 15 trucks, you're gonna need a lot of. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Yeah, that was on the Western Star. I already changed the other seven lift axle brakes already. Hey, Dave. Yeah, David. I will. You know, I want to have a full time guy here. I have to wait. I have to be patient right now. You know, I'm still working on some stuff. Trust me, you're the first phone call. I got it. Yeah, I have enough drivers right now. Uh, we are fully stocked, but probably in like maybe a week or two, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start. Uh, fuck. I'm gonna start interviewing people. Yeah, maybe until next week. Right now, we have everybody. I don't know what happens. Yeah, I still own the Western Star. That's what I put brakes on the other day. Yeah, dude, you're right. You do pump a lot of money. Like I've been watching. Uh, when did I get that fuel tank in April? And we've already used 11,000 gallons, almost 11,500 gallons. See which driver came back. Oh, it was George. It was George. George came back. Yeah, I'm not gonna double shift 19 trucks. Yes, I did like Clay at one time, uh, but Clay turned out to be a fraud, and I'm not gonna be associated with anybody that's a fraud. And there's no coming back from that. Once you say that once it gets found out that you're a fraud, why should I associate with you? I want to surround myself with people that want to be successful, not just make up a bunch of shit You know, like say that I went to the fucking moon and shit like that. There is no fucking room for that in my life. You know, no fucking room. You went through 1,500 gallons? No. He don't wear that stuff. Who does he work for? It's kind of sketchy right now. We're gonna see what happens. What blonde chick? Oh, the one chick that was in the video, that's George's girlfriend. She was coming in to use the bathroom. She asked every time. I was like, dude, just go. If you have to pee, I clean the bathrooms because you've been riding with George and, you know, coming to pick him up after work and stuff. So I cleaned the bathroom so you could use it. You don't have to ask. You know? No, yeah. Oh, the blonde on Nitro Circus. Yeah, B. Baker, it's kind of questionable who Kuhn works for. There's some new developments on that, but I'm going to wait and see what happens. Yeah, too bad. Yeah, open door peer. You know, yeah, chicks do like clean bathrooms. Hey, thank you, C Jizzy. That's pretty cool. Hey, Knox. Yeah, if you wanna come and do an upper decker, that's great. Jay Young is the same issue again. Turned out to have a lot of, you know, a lot of issues that I don't want to be associated with. When it comes down to it, that's what it is. You know, I don't want to be associated with people that are not doing positive things. If you're doing positive things in your life, then we can talk. If you're not doing positive things in your life, there's no room. I don't understand how you guys could watch that stuff or watch a guy that's a complete phony. I just don't. Yeah, well, David, you got, you know, your positive stuff going on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how people could watch somebody that's a complete phony. I've never figured that out. Like, once it comes out that you're a phony, you shouldn't watch that stuff. Like, you should not, you're feeding that phoniness, you know? So then other people think that it's okay. You know, like, oh, well, this guy's doing it. Well, that's not really, you know, I mean, if you're going to watch it, don't leave a comment, don't leave evidence. I mean, that's fucking stupid, you know, but you shouldn't really promote that type of stuff. Yeah, I mean, well, that's because there's a lot of people that doesn't know that he's a phony. You know what I'm saying? Why do you feel bad for the Cornwell dealer? Yeah, yeah, I give the truth. You know, I give the truth on everything, whether it's a good or bad situation. Like I've always said, if you know, if this whole thing explodes in a year or two, I'm going to explain to you how it exploded and why I failed. Not try to cover it up. I'm going to just cut the bullshit and tell you this is what I fucked up. So maybe somebody else in that situation, you know, later down the road will still maybe watch this video and see the mistakes that were made. That is more important than, you know, saying that you're great. I've always been a guy that I believe in a handshake deal. We're straight across. Okay, I don't need to sign contracts with anybody. I don't need to do any of that stuff. If we make a deal and no matter what happens, I will try, I will give 110% effort to finish that deal. Everything, you know, I will stay true to what I said I was going to do. That means on paying my bills to my suppliers or anything like that. I always tell them, they're like, well, I don't need a credit account. Just fucking run me an account. When you send me the bill, I pay it that exact same day. I don't fuck around with waiting on paying bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very, you have to be that way. I'm talking about how to be a stand-up individual. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how to be a real fucking person and explain your successes and failures. Because in business, there's going to be a lot more failures than there is successes. It's going to be like riding a roller coaster. You're going to have highs, lows, little rollers. That's really life. I mean, it's going to be up and down the whole time. No, I don't have a driver's duty list. I wish I did. But I didn't start one from the beginning. And now you have people that are accustomed to a certain thing and you really can't change them. So I fucked that up. That's a failure that I had. Okay. I admit that. So that is a problem. If I could have 3 tools on a TV show, what would I take with me? Wow. Well, the first thing that I would take is me, because that's the most powerful tool that I got is my brain. Uh, I would probably take a set of pliers and maybe my 14.4 snap-on thing. But the one thing I would want there is my brain because, I could figure out how to do a lot of other stuff once I think about that. Probably most important things that we're going to need is a cooler of Mountain Dew and a couple packs of cigarettes and maybe a chair. Because I do my best thinking when I can take a step back and I analyze the situation and, maybe smoke a cigarette or two, have, a Mountain Dew, relax about it for a minute, and fucking get on with it. The hardware store is working out great. I love the hardware store. I don't have to leave to go get bolts. You wouldn't believe how awesome that is. Yeah, analyzing it with a cigarette and a Mountain Dew. I don't know what it is. I do a lot better. Yes, I've saved a lot of time with the store. That's going to come in. That store is a kind of a future investment. That's going to come in handy when we really got a lot of different stuff going on here. That store is kind of a future investment, but like the other day the mud flaps got ripped off and I replaced the bolts because they were kind of rusty from the salt corrosion and they just look like fuck. So you just come in here, grab 4 bolts, go out there. You don't have to go to the store and all that stuff. Thanks, Steven. Yeah, you don't need a lot of the stuff every day, but when you do need it, you have it. That's important. I don't know who Barry McCooker Cockline is. I don't know how often do I break tools? Not very often. I don't break a lot of stuff. You know, Like I explained to it one time when I was drag racing, I used the same tools for 4 years and never replaced them. I'm not hard on the equipment. I'm not a gorilla. You know what I'm saying? Not a gorilla on breaking stuff. My thing is I if the smaller tool doesn't work, you get a bigger tool. That's the way that I work. You know. I do not have to pay prevailing wage in Ohio. We don't do a lot of prevailing wage jobs. Yeah, there you go, Michael Jones. It's so convenient when you can just be like, "Oh, this is fucked up. Go over and get one." You know what I'm saying? It's it just goes a long way. Hey, what's up, LS Chevy Rider? That's the way that I think about things. Oh, you said you were going to add it to it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get some more stuff for the hardware store. That's kind of the first lot. Once everything gets kind of smoothed out here, uh, you know, and I get some answers on some things, we'll add to the hardware store. Yeah, there's some other stuff I want, like to make my own fuel lines and airlines for the trucks. I want to have all that stuff neatly organized. Just, to have all that stuff. Have one spare of a lot of different things that fit the truck, just so we have. So if something breaks at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can easily fix it. That's the thing. Yeah, I got wire. Yeah, that major parts. That's like I don't think I need to keep a radiator because how often I would love to buy a Napa store, don't have one. Uh, don't have the money for that. I'd like to have just some stuff to do more things. You know, I don't have a snap-on 1 inch impact. Don't have it. Oh, okay. I look like the fat version of your dad. Actually, I'm really not that fat. You know. Yeah, that's what I want to be able to make is my own brake lines and stuff like that. Yes, that's why I wanted to go with all the same. I wanted to have all the same trucks. Very similar, easy. You only have to call one place to get your parts, and it just makes it a lot more easier. Uh, I've explained this before. Starting my trucking business really wasn't all that difficult. What was difficult was figuring out all the stuff uh, that I had to do. Like all the other type of stuff. Being legal, finding enough working capital for all that type of stuff. That was the biggest thing about starting a trucking company. Once you figure all that stuff out, uh, going to going to figure all that stuff out, you know, is not very big deal. Yes, that is true. Everyday fleet tech, very simple. Very true. Laws, banks, all that stuff kills your shit. Let's see. How long do you think the clutch on an X will last. I, dude, if you have a good driver, a clutch should last easily 5 years. Easily. Easily. You should not tear clutches up. Those things are pretty robust, you know. The biggest things that burns a clutch up is the driver. That is, Marco. I have a game plan. I haven't shared it with everybody. There's really only one person that knows the complete game plan, and I am following that plan to. I want to see it go through fruition, but I'm not giving up on the plan. You know, till there is zero options on, uh, you know, uh, the plan till officially is kaputti. But you know what it is. It is what it is. What do I use my 1-inch impact? I used to use it on wheels, like taking lug nuts on and off. But really, I don't use that 1-inch impact anymore. I use the 3/4 super big dick banana hammock from Milwaukee. Yes, Marco. The plan is go big or go home. I will tell you an interesting fact, Marco. One thing that I struggle with more than anything else, well, there's really two things that I have that I would say are my weaknesses. Number one is patience. And the thing that I got going on right now is teaching me patience. And I would say that that is a very valuable lesson. The second thing that I have sometimes is just a little bit of a self-confidence issue on fixing things. Sometimes I think the project will be too overwhelming or over my head, and I talk myself out of it before I try to tackle it. So I'm working on number one first. Patience has always been not my strong suit. And I'm starting to, learn as I get older about that self-confidence issue that, like trying to, like, man, I know I can fix this. It's just, I talk myself out of it before I really tackle the problem. And I would say that that's one of the two biggest things that I had. Yeah, I know I just got to grab the bull by the horns, but I know that I have a pretty good skill set. It's just that those are my weaknesses. I don't think a lot of people talk about that type of stuff. I know what they are. Yeah, you always heard that I'm very cocky. I can be very cocky and arrogant, but I try not to. I'm a human like everything else. I have flaws. I'm not a perfect person. I am an asshole. I will not lie to your face. How about that? That's, when I see something, I do. When it comes to fixing stuff, man, I'm telling you, I sometimes I talk myself out of it. You know? Yeah. And then sometimes I'm really good under pressure. I would say that when my back's against the wall, that's when I do my best work. I don't understand why that is, but I do. Well, when I started my business, I'm pretty confident about knowing what I need to do. Uh, it's just that if I haven't seen it, I don't like to fuck shit up. Yes, see, there's things, you know. Yeah, Marco, that's a good statement. Under pressure, there is nobody I would rather be in a high pressure situation than myself. Nobody else, man. I can fucking, like, oh shit, the shit's about to hit the fan. How are we gonna fix this? I'm pretty good at that. Yeah, I'll be picking up the 1 inch stuff or the 1 inch impact. I'll get all those tools, man. Don't worry about that. I'll have that cordless 1 inch impact. No, I've never really thought about getting an end dump. Nope. Well, Shane, that's pretty good that I gave you confidence. Yeah, I mean, very, very good point. Man, this kind of took a different. This stream kind of took a different turn. You know, I'm just explaining my situation, and you know, the one guy left a comment that said successes only come after failures, and that's very true. I have failed probably 2 times in my business where I've almost fucked some serious shit up because of my attitude, and that I had to learn from that mistake. I don't make that. I don't make that fucking same mistake again. You know, I've always been a guy that's like, uh, you know, uh, I like to go through the experience. That's how I learn. Somebody could tell you till you're blue in the face, but I've always found until I fuck it up, I didn't understand what I did wrong. I have to understand. I've had that heat inductor thing. I've never wanted. I've not got one for myself. Yeah, that is true. After we're gone, the experience is what we can carry on. That is very true. Very true. That's why I've never really deleted any of my older YouTube videos, uh, because I want to show people where I came from. You know, you gotta learn to text. How do you tell when you need an overhaul on your diesel engine? Well, it's burning a lot of oil, or it's making a noise that you've never heard it make before. That's really how you tell. There's no in between. Uh, it's kind of that's what it is. If it's burning a little bit of oil, you can get by with it. If it's not, if it's making a noise that sound like it's, yeah, lack of power, but that'll all come with a noise. You know what I'm saying? Hold on here. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Are we back on? Guy asked me, I have a half a load of asphalt on. Where do I take it? To a plant. All right. Yeah, if you're when a rod comes through the, you know, yeah, well, that's because I got an idiot fucking ask me where to take his half a load of asphalt. Take it to a fucking plant. Sharonville is open. Fucking Kilby will be open. Take it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It always gets fucked up. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Jesus Lord, dude. You know that lump 3 feet above your ass? Use it. I just don't understand the situation. Yeah, don't bring it fucking back here. I already got enough shit fucking piled up out here. Like Jesus Christ. And these asphalt companies always screw the guy with the least amount of experience. They do it every time till these guys learn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, overhauls are kind of, you know, yeah, when the blow by chokes you out when you idle. That is very true. Very true. You know, very, very true. I've only done one overhaul on mine. The other one was a head gasket. Yep, yep. They also, they cut the guy because he doesn't know how to tell them, well, you got to go do this, you got to go do that. You know, fuck. It's kind of stupid. Can you roll coal with these new trucks? No. 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 Hopefully he learns, you can just go to a plant and, dump it out. If he calls back, I'll have to end this stream. Yep, that is the best advice for rebuilding stuff. That's how I rebuild stuff. Like once it's foobarred, you might as well fix everything while you're there. Like if you got to take the transmission out, you might as well. If you put a clutch in it 3 years ago, you might as well put a new clutch in it, grind the flywheel, put the rear main back in it. Fucking all that shit that's there, fucking replace it. Just fucking fix it. My trucks do not burn any oil, shockingly. These new ones do not do that. And the oil interchange level is 25,000 miles. That's what they recommend for under 5.5 miles per gallon. So I changed them at 10,000 just because I wanted to put the Schaefer stuff in it. And then I'll change them again at 35,000, give or take somewhere in there, and then we'll just go by there. So we probably won't have to change oil for another couple months. But, the new trucks, the guys, no, I don't do oil samples. I can pretty much look at the shit and tell you if it's fucked up. I did oil samples on the Sterling and Western Star a long time ago, but you know, I haven't these new trucks, I don't think you need to do oil samples on them. Yeah, you can roll coal with new trucks, just takes a little bit. Whoa, if you're dumping 2 gallons in it oil in it a day, that ain't good. But you are true. You don't have to do a lot of oil changes because you're just cycling it in and out. That's that's not good. Two gallons a day. That's pretty aggressive. You might want to try something to get her to slow her down. Yeah, broken ring. Yeah, I would say that is. Oh god damn. Yep, yep. That's when you need to do a rebuild right there. That's when you're burning that much oil a day. That's no good. No good. Something is foobarred. But when you're, you know, yeah, 2 gallons. Overhaul for sure if it's 2 gallons a day. Yeah, I don't need to lie. I don't need to lie about that. That's pretty. The writing is on the wall. Now my Sterling truck that I had, it did not like that Schaefer's. It would blow that. It would blow a gallon of that shit out a day. I put Shell Rotella back in it. Didn't use any oil. I was like, what the fuck, you know? Just different. It didn't like that. It didn't like that Schaefer's for some reason. How long do I plan to keep in the new trucks? I'm gonna keep them as long as the maintenance bills are less than what it costs for a new one. When the maintenance gets too high, that's when I'll rotate them out. And if the beds get a little, foobarred and all that stuff, then we'll go from there. But other than that, no. We're just going to have to see how long they last. I mean, I think if we keep them in decent shape and not tear everything up and stay on top of the maintenance, I think we'll be all right. No, it's not hot out here today. It's actually pretty cool. Not too bad. Until the shine goes away on the bank account. That is true. You know, when you have more problems than really, what you got going on there. The AC has been good, no problems. The Western Star did crack a condenser again, and I took that yesterday and had that fixed. So the AC is back working in that. That's no big deal. How old were my original trucks when I got them? The Western Star was 15 years old, and the Sterling was 10 years old when I bought that. So I think the probably an 8-year life cycle would be more realistic. That way they still have some resale value and you still have some things. Yeah, I should have these for a while. Hopefully when these other 5 get here, I can keep those for a long period of time. You know, I want to keep stuff for a while. Or you could do another way of thought, work them as much as you can, pay them off, and then sell them and get new ones. There's 2 different theories, but, I kind of am logistically on this one. I have 4 now. I'm hoping to make it to 8 by the end of the year. Yep, I haven't found any driver. I haven't started looking for drivers because I haven't been called and said, "Hey, my trucks are at the facility," and what day I'm officially going to get them. It's hard to say, "Hey, within 2 weeks they'll be here," or you can't really try to hire somebody a month out. You know. Yeah, companies that is true. Companies that have money rotate often. Right now, this company doesn't have a lot of money. I have 3 Peterbilts and a Western Star is what I have. Yeah, I know, nice and shinies. Yeah, they are great tax write-offs. you know, we just this year's been completely, kind of weird. We've had a lot of range, a lot of rain, and that just, like when you miss, okay, a shift with 2 trucks, it's not that big a deal. But when you miss maybe 7 shifts a day, man, that's hard on the bank account. And you do that twice a week, that's 14 shifts you can never get back. Gone. Gone. So it's kind of like, fuck, you know. No, I don't have any suggestions for finding money, you know. Yeah, Midwest Cat. I wish people would be a lot more honest, but it kind of comes. Some people are not honest people. Some people are. Some people aren't. You know. No, we get paid hourly, and sometimes we get paid by the load. You know. It just depends. I would say we're 90-10%. We usually, you can't lease dump trucks. You can't lease dump trucks. Not going to be able to lease those. There you go. Hey, from Spain. I think on road tractors you can get leases on those. I know dump trucks, nobody will give you a lease because that thing is going to be jammed. Then we got a dude here from South Africa. That's crazy. You know, I'm taking on quite a bit this year. I mean, we've already kind of doubled where we were at last year at this point. So, you know, that's pretty good. Yeah, they come in from everywhere. Oh, you watch every one of my videos? Thank you. I put a lot of effort in them. I'm glad that people watch them, to be honest with you. You know, how are the Michelin tires so far? Awesome. They say, you know, Michelins are expensive. I'm going to tell you one thing: you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. You know, I put new new steer tires on that Western Star, and they're absolutely awesome. You know, the other ones would be wore out by now. Those Michelins are like nice. Oh, it's winter in South Africa? Wow. Yeah, the fridge filled with Mountain Dew. I actually got to fill it up before I leave today. That's one thing I got to do. Because tomorrow I'm going to come down in the morning and wash a couple more trucks. Yeah, 25,000. We're going. Yeah, I like Michelin's over anything else. You mean how much does it take for me to break even? Is that what you're asking? Before you make any money? It's quite a bit. The weather is actually pretty good here today. It's kind of mild. It's not too warm. Yeah, I've messed around with some other brands, but found out the Michelin's work the best. No, I live in Ohio. Yeah, 74 and breezy. That's nice. Uh, I would say to break even right now, we need 85 grand a month. That's to pay all the employees, the fuel bill, my salary, everything like that. It's 85 grand a month. That's including, you know, their salaries fluctuate, but it's about 80, maybe a little bit less than that. Depends on how much you run them, you know. But if you had to pay the rent, the insurance, the fuel bills, the truck payments, all the shit, uh, you know, like right now we're spending 20 grand a month in fuel. We're spending $20,000 a month in salaries. So there's 40. And then we have probably 35 to 40 grand worth of other bills. You know, like the more trucks that you take in, the more, you know, right now I can kind of tell you, if I had two more trucks, it would be, the profits would go up higher. Yeah, the bigger you get, the more it costs. So I'm probably, I would say considering 85 grand a month would be, uh, about what it is. Uh, yeah, I'll need a bigger diesel. One of the payments fluctuate from, let's say, $2,700 to $3,300. Just depends which one it is. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the overhead down as much as I can, but fuck, like one of the drivers dumped on the tarp, so that was $1,700 to fix. Uh, just a lot of bills went out last month, and then this month we have a lot more bill. We have other bills because I have to pay the heavy highway use tax, so there's another 2 grand this month. I got to finish paying off the electrician for all that work. I got a little bit of a tire bill. I got a Napa bill that's pretty fucking high. I got just some other shit. It takes a little bit, to get caught back up. But my rent here is cheap. I mean, that is something I got to do is figure out how much it costs to run a month. But somewhere in the 75 to 85 grand a month. Just depends. Now, if I didn't have to buy any fuel or anything sitting here, it'd probably be 25 grand to make all the payments and make everything go good. Oh, there you go, Marco. When you pay off equipment, dude, it just feels so nice. Oh, no, I'm not. I mean, there's the tool chest. I don't feel like getting up. Yep, keep the wheels turning to earn. That's what you got to do. Yeah, I have a cash flow that I can reach into and get money out, but you know all that stuff. Yeah, once all the bills are paid, it'll take less. See, in the winter, or see, in my part of the trucking business, here's what I do. So as soon as we start working, I buy stuff to go all year. Okay, and it gives me usually the first 4 months is just paying off all the stuff you need to run all year, and then the last 3 or 4 months of the season, that's when you save all your money. Okay, so it takes a little bit to get going, to get everything lined up and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not doing an updated toolbox tour. I already have 4 toolbox tours out there. Nothing has really changed since those. Yeah, I have my own DOT authority. There you go, Marco. 100 grand in the bank. I want to get to where I have 150,000 in the bank, but we're working towards that. Yeah, updated toolbox tours. Oh shit! Gotta get ready and go out here and do some work. I might clean one more of these trucks tonight. What's up, Vinny? Yeah, I have capital back for rainy days. When I do really good, I pay a lot of stuff off, so I don't have to, you know, I don't have to pay it later. If you just look up on my channel, they're all in the most popular videos. How long do I think it'll take for Coon's channel to disappear? I don't think he's going to disappear. I think it'll slowly die. Uh, I don't think he's going to disappear. He can't. He needs the YouTube money to pay his bills. How many hours in a day do I work? It depends. Most of the time, 10 to 12. So it takes a while. Yeah, that's because a lot of people, you know, he does snap-on truck videos. Okay, a lot of people like those. I'm not really working on anything today. It was just washing trucks. That was really it. He could be doing that too. I don't know. I don't know, so I don't ask. I don't really watch his channel anymore. I'm over him. You know, I unsubscribed a while ago. I don't care if he unsubscribed to me. Thank you. Don't care. My Chemical X station is already here. Yeah, it's not. There's not much of YouTube wealth, you know. Yeah, nobody does a Mack truck video. I will have that in my pocket once things, there's some things going on. So, you know, again, I talked about patience. You have to be patient. You know, you don't need that money till the day you have to go pick up trucks. So why have it till that day? Yeah, be patient for me. Uh, People ask about my shirts. I gotta get some more shirts. Again, like to buy shirts, like I don't think you know how much apparel cost. Uh, to buy a good quality shirt and as many as I need for my employees and all that stuff, I mean we're looking at $3,000 in apparel, and right now I just haven't, you know, bit the bullet on buying that. There's a lot of other stuff that comes before you get luxury items. So, uh, you know, you just can't. The shirts are, I think by the time I get them, screen printed and all that shit, they're like $18 a piece. And when you buy a whole bunch of different sizes, because everybody wears a different size, it adds up. Yeah, it adds up. You know, it takes a little bit. I don't think that people realize how much shit is fucking, how much apparel cost. And I'm always trying to find the right shirt. Like I like these, but I think I might go back to the older style that I had. Uh, yeah, I mean, if I don't have stocks or any type of investment like that now. I have all my money tied up in my business. I don't. You have to get that to where that's streamlined before you can do any other luxury item. Like buying stocks and trying to make that. I don't understand that much about it. That's a little risky to me. I don't know. I feel like I would invest it and fuck that all up. You know, but it would be whatever. for the blonde-in-law. There you go. Yeah, because I got to ask this guy why he got stuck with the last load. That's fucking. I don't understand how that. Yeah, if you have no patience, the stock market will eat you up. Oh, selling my company. How would I couldn't. How would I sell shares of my company? That's a great idea. I just don't understand how that works. Like, I don't think that a four truck business could be on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. Like, what would the opening IP be? You know what I'm saying? Like, would it be $5, $1? How do you pay dividends? I mean, that's a great idea. Uh, I don't know how people would buy, you know, would invest in just a, you know, four or even let's just say a 10 trucking company, how that would work. It's a great idea. I just don't know how to execute that. You know, because then how would people sell it and all that stuff? Yeah, yeah, I'm too small. Like, I don't think, you know, I could be on the NASDAQ. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the penny stocks or something like that. You know, that would be like, again, that would be a scam. You know, I'm not interested in scamming anybody. You know, like, fuck that. Yeah, go to the bank. They would be like, no. Yeah, bank would tell you no instantly. Yeah, I'm way too small for that. You have to be a huge company to be on the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah, I'm not interested in starting a pyramid scheme. I'm not interested in anything like that. That's kind of crazy. I mean, you would have to be like a maybe like a Warner or a Swift could be publicly traded because they are a huge company, but me, no way. No way. You know. I mean, the only thing I have is Patreon, and that could be like a stock exchange, I guess. You know, you could just, if you want to support the channel, you throw in $1 a month. It's really all you got to do, you know? Yeah, stick to what I know. I don't know anything about that stuff. Yeah, could you see me up there ringing the bell and shit? Like, yeah, buy this fucking shit. Like, what the fuck? You know, I'd be in a t-shirt and all these other goobers would be in fucking suits and shit. I'd be standing up there with a no fucks given fucking t-shirt on. Like, what the fuck here? It takes a good 2.5 hours to do a really good full detail clean on the trucks. It takes a little bit. It's not that fast. That would make a great vlog though, Marco. Yeah, you know, it would. But it really, I mean, if you want to get all the shit off and get everything clean and everything looking good, you know, it takes a good 2 hours. The way that I do it to make it look really nice. Yeah, yeah, you know, I'm up there in a t-shirt. No, I don't put tire shine on them. Nah, tire shine doesn't really do anything. You know, again, I'm not a big, you know, I don't know what that would do. The dust and stuff gets stuck so bad to them, it would look like shit in a little bit. Yeah, NASDAQ ticker symbol JST. Interesting. Good point. Good point. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, damn it. Chicks wouldn't dig the tire shine. Hey, what's up, George? It's not. See, that's where you guys are wrong. See, this is what it really. This is what it should be called. That's what it should be called right there. Yeah, I mean, I would like to find, you know, I think people would like to invest in my company because without without anything else, you know, I think people could trust me that I would get the job done, you know, but it's hard to like find those type of people. It's not like they just fall out of the sky every day, you know. Thank you, Marco. Thank you. If we ever make to the New York Stock Exchange, you know, I'll be looking forward to that. They clean the inside. They clean the inside of their trucks. They're really good at that. Just the outside. A lot of them don't know how to use this pressure wash system, and none of them are here usually when I do that, like early Sunday morning. Uh, you know, the way I look at it, these guys drove the truck 6 days a week. I'll wash it on Saturdays or Sunday. Uh, no big deal. You know, I really like doing it. It lets me inspect too while I'm washing, just to see if there's anything broken or anything like that that has to be fixed later. You know, like I was greasing the trucks the other day. I found that wheel seal that I fixed and all that stuff. So, you know, if they keep the inside clean, I'm happy with that. You know, empty out your trash and stuff like that. That would be great. This February, we're supposed to go to Hawaii. That's going to be our first vacation in 3 years. We'll see if we make it. We'll see if I make it. You know, I'm sure my wife is going. You know, I know my wife and Enzo are going somewhere for a week in September. I think they're going to Hilton Head again. I usually don't go on that trip because I go to Indy for a couple days and go to the drag race at the U.S. Nationals, and then I hang out with some of my drag racing buddies for that weekend while my wife goes with my mom, and Enzo will go down to the things like that. Yeah, that would be me. What is my go-to? Oh yes, George. All it was fuses. So that little thing that popped out in the back that I zip tied up out of the way, that thing popped out, hit the ground, and it was just fuses. There was another fuse box that I didn't know where it was. Yes, but that's what it is. My go-to asphalt tar remover is I buy Citrol in the gallon jugs, and I have little pump sprayers, and I spray that on the wheels and all that stuff. Uh, you know, and it does really good. When you use that in heat, works excellent. The shit's expensive, but it's the best stuff that I found to remove it. Yeah, Enzo's doing great. Yeah, He's a little shit eater, I'll tell you that, but he's doing fine. Yeah, that George, that's all there really was. So that's interesting. But we got her fixed. Looking good. If I okay, I do have a "How the fuck you doing" T-shirt. I will wear that if I ever make it to the New York Stock Exchange. I just want to see, be in the Wall Street Journal with a shirt that says "How in the fuck are you doing?" And I'm all hugged up to a guy in a fucking suit. That would be kind of hilarious. You know, like I got paid $1,000 to wear this goddamn shirt because I'm sure there'd be other people. Yeah, yeah, not one fuck given here. You know. Yeah, shaking hands with the CEO of Goldman Sachs. Shit. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Go out there. I'm gonna look at this truck and then figure out what I gotta do. Maybe spray some of the citral shit on there overnight and let the oil soak pretty good. Get this shit off. Maybe do it in the morning, but like always, I've been on here a while, so you know, like always, thanks for catching up. I'll try to do this next week if I'm not working. Like always, thanks for watching. I gotta fucking go.